What's up, turkeys? Welcome to FT Record for the Record. My name is Roy Lee Reynolds.
My name is Tony Bruhn. Thank you for checking in.
And hey, again, we're going to keep the motif going from the previous episode where we did a protest album. This is not necessarily a protest album, but it does feature the greatest protest song.
Yeah.
My not humble, very snobby opinion. Machine Gun's the greatest protest song ever. We'll get into that later to come. Anyway, this is the episode we're doing, the album we're doing. If you hadn't figured that out up front, is Jimi Hendrix, the band of Gypsys. It's recorded live 1970. Don't fact check me on that. But yeah, don't fact check me on anything. I'm a drunk asshole. Just let me know that. But anyway, Tony, initial thoughts on this album?
Initial thought, just going off of our last episode.
Yeah.
And just talking about how it fit so contextually, you know.
Yeah.
What I loved about this album is that it fits the context of what we're going through.
Yeah.
But it's met with love, as opposed to, not that the other album was filled with, it's not hate at all, but it was more preparedness.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
And this album had just like, hey, let's just love each other.
Yeah, those.
You know, and I appreciate that out. As far as an aspect, Jimi Hendrix is just a guy who didn't really want to be in conflict. It was like, hey man, just chill. And you could hear it in his music. You could hear it in his music, and I love everything about that. He had a great protest song for sure, but it's just like, hey man, like,
yeah,
can we just like have fun and like not hate each other? Like, I don't know. I love Jimi Hendrix.
And the way you ended the previous episode, Fear of a Black Planet episode, when you were like, you know what, this is about love, like, coincidentally, was a great transition into this.
Oh yeah, and I didn't think about it until like we started doing this. And
I'd picked out these albums earlier today. I just thought, like, what's going on right now? We need some protest shit going on, and that was my train of thinking. And coincidentally, that worked out really.
Yeah,
good.
It worked out perfect. Honestly, yeah.
All right, I want to get into Machine Gun, and the intro is really why I call it the greatest protest song ever. I hold it above Fight the Power. Call it sacrilege. I don't care.
Yeah, who cares?
But yeah, Machine Gun is, he opens up with, and I'm going to paraphrase this because I'm a drunk asshole and can't get it right. You know, I'd like to dedicate this song to all the soldiers fighting the wars out in Philadelphia and Cincinnati and Chicago and I guess in Vietnam too.
Yeah, the way he does it, yes, it's perfect.
Yeah, and it would be like right now today, if this was going on right now Saturday night as we're recording this, you know what? I'd like to dedicate this song to all the soldiers fighting in Minneapolis, Atlanta, in DC, and Chicago, and I guess Afghanistan too. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You know that's kind of how you would put that in 2020 terms. You know, that thing we've done for the last 19 years. For some fuck reason, you know. And, but that was kind of my thoughts on it. And then musically, I want to stay with Machine Gun for a little bit.
He's hands down one of the best that's ever done it.
Yeah, it was so fucking groovy.
Yeah.
But it's called Machine Gun, and you hear him at the very beginning of the song just...
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, the drums are with him.
Yes.
And it sounds like a machine gun. And it's again.
But
I say this every episode, but hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
It sounds like machine gun. It's so soothing. It's so like Jimi Hendrix has this fucking ability to just make it feel okay. Yeah.
You know,
and we were talking about how generations now, like, what would they say about Hendrix now?
Love him.
You know, of course, we would say that.
Yeah, I mean, he headlined Woodstock, so it's not like he wasn't loved in his time.
That's true, yes.
But I know it bugged him that at the time black folks weren't into it.
Yeah.
He was too heavy metal.
Well, even
though heavy metal really wasn't a term yet.
And it wasn't even like a thing, really.
No, it wasn't at all. But he was too heavy metal for James Brown fans, you know, and P-Funk fans, which again, like, those were developing at the time. But you know, people that were into that weren't into Hendrix. But I would really love him now to go like to hear black folks my age,
right,
that are 2, 3 generations younger than him.
I want to know how many Vietnam vets loved Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, all.
You know,
every
and
all.
Many of those cats were just like, yo,
and all.
Is Hendrix motherfuckers on it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but like, I wish he could know that black folks my age, and 10 years older and 10 years younger, which are all generations younger than him, weren't even around when he was alive. Just go like, you know how much they love you? You know, white men can't jump, which we talked about in the previous episode. But a little different here. Not talking about Rosie Perez's fine ass. But, you know, when they were like, yeah, you might listen to Jimmy, but you ain't never heard Jimmy. And Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes had that conversation in Woody Harrelson's car while he's playing a Jimi Hendrix tape. He's like, nah, I've heard Jimmy. No, you ain't never heard. You know, and that was going on, and I was like, I wish like he was alive to hear that in a fucking movie.
If heaven is real,
yeah,
I want there to be a spot where you can go to like a movie theater room and whatever your heaven looks like, and see the positive that people put in other people. I want to see Jimi Hendrix in a, like he's watching the appreciation that everybody had for him. That's what I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Passage and where he lived, where he knew all that shit. I want to see him in heaven one day where everybody generations past him are like, yo, oh, you're Hendrix? Bro, I loved your shit. You know what I mean? That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? That would be amazing.
Yeah, somebody made just like, dude, I had your tape.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I had your CD.
Yeah.
And then I went back and bought your vinyl. And then I listened to you on my fucking phone. You can't imagine listening to it on your phone. But, you know, that'd be...
I think it'd be
rad,
man.
You know, if there was an afterlife, like that'd be rad. A little history on this album. I promised you I was gonna free ball it, and again, like I'm a drunk asshole.
We're drunk assholes.
This was the band post Jimi Hendrix Experience, which was him and two British dudes, and then he wanted to form the band of Gypsys, where he kept those three, and they brought in his two army buddies that were in his army band. And they round big percussion section and just rounded everything out, and it was really the band he wanted. This band was his initial idea when he moved to England. What he wanted when he was working the Chitlin circuit with the Isley Brothers and with Little Richard, and I think I may be wrong with Ike and Tina Turner.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I may be wrong with that. When he was working that, this was his vision. And then he moved to England and went solo because he got fired from everybody in the Chitlin circuit because he was too badass.
It's so shocking to me.
He was too bad. He was too good.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Little Richard didn't want nobody stealing the spotlight from him, especially not as good. No, he wanted him to
look at his history. Why wouldn't you? You know,
and I get it. You know, and the Isley Brothers didn't either. And you know, so he moved to England and went solo, and then that's when he became Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
And but this,
I think after the LSD.
Yeah. This was the band he always wanted.
Yeah.
And it resembled that with the heavy percussion and
just the flow. You can feel the band.
He wasn't the only
together,
singer, man. You know, there was more, you know, he didn't have to do all the vocals, which Jimmy hated doing vocals.
He's a musician that appreciated musicianship for the whole band, not just for how he sounded. He loved how the whole band was grooving.
Yes.
And you can feel it in the music. You can feel it.
It would have been, if that wasn't the case, he would have had those guys stand in the very back of the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
He would have stood in the front and like, this is it. But with Band of Gypsies, he's like, no, I got my friends from the army here. I got my friends from the experience. We're going to get up here. You want to sing this part? They don't know like I know. Cool, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. That's all you. I don't have to fucking sing. I can just play guitar. Rad. That's what I want to do. You know?
I mean, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, that's all he wanted to do anyway. He never wanted to sing. You know, but you know, and while we're on the subject of his singing, like, if he broke his hands, couldn't play guitar, he'd have been a fine singer.
Yeah, and he would have done it.
He would have been fine just with a microphone. Like, he would have been a fine.
And he would have been.
Yeah. But
it just saddened me because I didn't know that. That just a lot of community didn't want to fuck with him at that point.
Yeah, it you know, you also got to put this late 60s.
Yeah, I get that.
Civil rights era.
I just assumed it'd be a stronger connection, that's all.
Yeah, and he did a thing that was weird. You know, it was like slightly different, but James Brown and...
the Turners.
Yeah, well, not the Turners, but James Brown was a Republican and supported Nixon.
No way.
And so was Sammy Davis Jr.
Ah, wow. I didn't know that.
Now, Sammy Davis Jr. is older than James Brown. He's a whole generation older. And so they were both Nixon supporters for their own reason, and the Democrat Party at the time was total dog shit. Which, whatever.
They were in transition.
Surprise, surprise. You know, but you know, so that was like, why are they Democrat? Why are they supporting?
And what a fun time for music, you know.
And then what's his name? Sammy Davis Jr. tried to get hip with the younger crowd, which he couldn't do. He couldn't get funky.
No,
that was you know, he tried.
James
Brown stayed funky, and then hip hop kind of made his career in the '70s. But it you know, Hendrix musically was kind of caught in that trap, not necessarily politically, like Sammy Davis and James Brown were, but it was musically like he was too heavy metal for the community, and the community wasn't a term at the time. But you know, too much that way, so he didn't really have a lot of black fans. His fan base was white,
especially not for rock and roll.
And Hendrix was the kind of cat that wanted everybody.
Yeah.
You know, his band was white. His rhythm section, let's break down some racial stereotypes. His rhythm section was white.
Yeah.
British white. That's the whitest of white. You know, his drummer and his bass player. Yeah. And so that's how little he really gave a fuck about that. But it did kind of bug him that his fan base wasn't blacker. Well, and I get that. That's totally valid.
I get that too,
yeah.
But what I love about even that is that Hendrix cared about music.
Yeah.
And people who love music will find people who love music. That's just a fact. You can't not. If you just love the pure feelings that you can get from music and what you can provide if you play any instrument or sing or any of that stuff, you will find people who love it as much as you do. And I think that's beautiful. And especially for the time you said it's Hendrix. You know what I mean? Like, and it just makes me more sad that people didn't want to fuck with him as far as his community goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time,
do now.
Yeah, of course now. He's a fucking forefather. Like,
yeah, have for the last 40 years.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
You know, yeah.
But that goes to show how strong music can be, and undivisive it really can be.
And us being comedians and doing what we do, Hendrix 100% played the fucking music he wanted to play.
Yes.
He could have played some funky James Brown soul shit if he wanted to.
He could have sold out if he wanted to.
He could have played that.
He was that talented.
But he had this thing in his head. He wanted to play it.
Yes.
He was a fan of this old blues. He discovered these distorted guitar amps and pedals and stuff that Ike Turner might have invented.
Yeah.
But you know, that's a different thing. We might do some Ike and Tina
maybe
some other time.
That'd be a fun one, actually.
Yeah, but you know, he discovered this and wanted to use it, and he truly was a guitar player of a guitar player, and he 100% did what he wanted to do.
I would like to see him.
And when I listen to him, and then I do the comedy that I do, I just know I'm right.
Yeah,
because I'm doing what I want to do.
It's your own path. That's what it is.
Regardless of who's a fan of it.
Dude, amen. I'm sorry.
It's what I want to do.
I can't help but agree more than anything with that.
All right, before we close this thing out, man, you got any final thoughts?
Just how beautiful music is.
Yeah.
And Hendrix, for such an early time, even that, like, we're in such a time right now, and this is like May 30, 31, who knows what day it is right now, but like, we're in such a context where the little things that we appreciate are taken for granted now.
Yeah.
I ended the last show on Don't Forget to Love. But there's so many things where people, it's not everything you have to forget. Like, Hendrix had a protest song. He didn't even know how to protest song. You know what I mean? He didn't know that was going to be a protest song.
Yeah.
But the dude met it with the love of the music that he played. And he hoped for, like, everyone else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To, like, just feel that and just love. Like, I want that as far as music lovers go. If you're a music lover, you're accepted everywhere. Because music is universal. And Hendrix fucking did it for us, man. Generations before we even knew him, we're proud of. But, like, as far as I'm going, this album was a fantastic listen to, especially just after the one we listened to before. It's both prevalent messages and both necessary to listen to. Do you know what I mean?
And when I say necessary to listen to, I mean, we got a link below where you can stream it or buy your own copy. I got this one at a filthy record store. That's why it's raggedy looking. But, you know, you can do that in the link below. You can also check out our comedy album.
Please do.
This one's signed by Tony Bruhn.
This one's
like
signed
right here
by
on the front. Look at that. And all of us have signed it on the inside, but Tony's on the outside.
Yeah.
Hit me up if you want one of those, but if you don't want our stupid signature on it, there's a link on Amazon where you can stream it or get that copy if you still can play
If you
this
still want it,
dinosaur
yeah.
tech. You know, like, subscribe, blah blah blah. Y'all know the drill
Yada,
that
yada,
every other
yada.
YouTuber does. Ugh. But you know, but anyway, guys, we're gonna close this out with a hand
Yeah, we
gesture to
always
make
do.
my editing easier. But you know, here we go, right here, and then